Hey, what's up? What's up? If anybody can hear me, again, it's my second time doing this live, so I'm still working out the bugs. If anybody's watching and can hear me, let me know. Type something in the box and let me know or if my comments are showing up. What's up, everybody? So, if you're just now joining, just doing a live look at the New York session today and seeing if there's any opportunities to trade that we can take advantage of. So, uh, coming into the session, coming into the week, I wanted to see something like this happen for the week. And so looking for any opportunities to continue to buy. That's what we're getting right now. So this is a good sign. Cool. If you guys are watching and you can hear me, put some comments, chats in the comment box. Cool. Longa says, boom, thanks. The sound is good. Awesome. Appreciate it, man. So right now, I'm just kind of in the middle of this session. There's not really a trade that I'm looking to take right now. I'm just looking to see what the market's doing. And if there is something here, then we'll capitalize on it. Okay, I'm gonna remove my screen real quick and log into my accounts just to see if there's something there. I'm gonna bring this back up, add the stage. Bring that down some. And so ideally, I do want to see bullishness for the week, right? But I want to see a little bit more. I'm not exactly in the time window that I want to start trading. So I'm looking to really see what happens during this next hour. Okay, let's see. Just still waiting. Haven't really executed anything yet. Let me see if I can zoom in too. If I can remove B or change the layout. Let's see if I can change the layout. So it's a little bit bigger. There we go. Still don't like how this is laid out. It's not not good. You zoom in. Yep. So nothing really going on here as of yet that I want to involve myself in. The majority of trading is really just like trade is just watching. It's really not even like actively in a position. You really want to just see what the market's giving you and see if there's anything that's kind of lining up with your ideas in the moment. So it's one of those things where it's like there's plenty of days and times where I come to the markets and I'm not even looking to take a trade. Um, or I'm always looking to take a trade, but I'm looking to see what's going on in the markets. And there's plenty of days where I come here and there's not an actual trade for me to take. So I do like the ideas of the price going bullish today. I just don't have what I want to see happen yet. And so ideally, I'm looking what this is. Ideally, I want to see something like this happen. I want the market to come back to this area, this zone here. Before I look to go long on anything, there's a few reasons for that. Won't go too crazy in depth with them, but I would want to see the market do something like this to continue to go higher. My bias for the week is bullish, based on everything we've talked about over the past few weeks. Us diving into this old imbalance here, right? I said this on the call on Saturday that we could see price dive back into this, but it might be unlikely just based on all the price action that we dug into last week. So I marked out a few levels, I think, on NAS 100 that I wanted to see the market really run to. Again, I called out this consequent encroachment, that consequent encroachment of that imbalance, and then haven't gotten anything down there. So I was thinking that at the lowest end, that's where the lowest where we could go. But most likely, we could see a world where we could just tap this again and go higher, and that's currently what we're getting. So And if we don't get a trade, then it's like it is what it is. Usually I give myself 3 or 4 days to trade in the week. And so, if I don't see anything I want to see today to really feel confident to push the button, then I just don't push the button. So and there's a lot of times where you will mark out exactly where you think price is going to go. So ultimately, my target here for the week is here. It's a very small target from this entry to this high. We'll kind of see what the market gives us going throughout this week. Um, but didn't really feel comfortable taking a position. There was an entry that I could have taken here, but I just didn't feel comfortable from where the market was at. I could have gotten in on this, but I didn't. I don't like that for a plethora of reasons that we'll maybe discuss. But ultimately, if the market runs to the weekly target, which is here, then I will probably just be flat. But I really want to see how it reacts if we hit this level. There's also another level here that this consequent encroachment of this wick here. So I want to see if we can stay above this. These are all things that I'm doing in chart watching that I'm not necessarily actively taking trades in. Again, 90% of trading is really just chart watching and making sure that you're kind of your bias is kind of falling in line with um, with what you want to see play out, and then just looking for opportunities to take when it lines up. So again, this is that same chart, but it's just on NASDAQ, the E-mini futures instead of the NAS 100. This is the high of last week. This was our target for the week. So again, not a huge target. I mean, it's like 100 points, but really just kind of based on today, we'll kind of see what's going on and how we can try and keep trading within the goals for the week. So I really want to see what happens to this market once we take out this all-time high here. So, like I said before, a lot of trading is just sitting and waiting and seeing if your predictions play out. But it looks like we got a couple people on here. So if you guys have any questions at all, drop them in the comments. You can can kind of use this as as a informal info session too. Yeah, so it's really just one. So there's one pair that I'm looking at as of right now. So it's just this is just kind of a personal thing. Like I can't really multitask like when it comes to looking at multiple pairs at once. So I personally trade Nasdaq, so I'm looking at Nasdaq. But if we want to take some time, look at some other pairs as well, like US 100 is the same thing. Um, Here we've really been on this uptrend. There was a little bit more. This probably would have been an entry for me on US 500 right here, and this is probably something that I would have taken. I probably would have taken that. And this is right after the market open, somewhere in this range. I probably would have taken that here. So that might have been a better entry for me for what I was looking for. Um, Also to go here, mm, you could have done this, taken this as well. So if I were to trade Dow Jones, I mean, this is another opportunity to potentially go long right now. But I only look to trade Nasdaq when I actually trade. Um, so to answer your question, sorry. Yeah, I'm only really looking at Nasdaq to take trades on. This is kind of my instrument of choice. But if you can multitask and you're good, you can look at a variety of different ones. I think a lot of trading is just knowing yourself and knowing what you can and can't do. And for me, I'm not a multitasker. That's just not me. Like I need to focus on one thing at a time. So I come in with a strategy, and I know Nasdaq is the instrument that I trade, and so that's what I focus on the most. So ideally, there would have been an opportunity to take a position right here. Just wasn't exactly what I was looking for at that time. And 950, eh, it's okay. There's gonna be some better opportunities. Another thing that I do is that so I teach my students that I'm only really looking for like 1 to 2 trades a week. And that's kind of what I look for. So I spend 3 days in the charts, really looking for 1 or 2 clean setups a week. And once I get that 1 or 2 clean setups, then I am, I'm done. So I don't so there's a lot of misconceptions about trading. People think that you need to spend a lot of time trading and you need to spend a lot of time on the charts. And usually there's a lot of data to back up the idea that the more time you spend on the charts, the actual less effective you will be. Um, so let me get out of this real quick. I want to zoom back up and see what's going on. So we just took out the all-time high. So I want to see if we'll have a breakdown. Price will break down and give us something that we can short for today. So I want to see, go to the 5 minute. Yeah. Let's see how the market's going to react to this. But ideally, since my all-time target is hit for the week, which is a very small target from where we were at from the entry of the week to the target, it was only like 100. It's a little over 150 points, which is not a huge window. I want to see a couple things. I really want to see how the market respects this level, if it does, or how it breaks past this level. It's going to give me an idea of what we're going to be doing for the week. So the Monday sessions are usually, again, Monday sessions are usually not the best days for me to trade or the best, most opportune times for me to trade, but they really just kind of get a better understanding of what's going on during the week. And so ideally there could be a trade setup if this play breaks down and respects this level, but I most likely won't be looking to buy anything additional or buy anything on a breakout past this level. If we do see price respected, then I could be looking to short something, a very small shorting opportunity. But that's it. That's the only play that I would really want to see for today. Going back to this chart, just kind of give me a current price action. What's going on? Ideally, I want to see the market run and take out this high here. I think we'll go back up there. I don't know if we'll stay up there, but I think we'll go back up there. How we respect this zone right here will kind of let us know where we're at. But as of today, right now, there's really nothing going on that I really want to participate in. So we'll see if that changes. This is the boring part they don't tell you, man. This is the stuff in these and when you watch everybody get the highlights on all these like little videos on trading, they never show you the like the boring parts where you're sitting here just waiting for price to do what you want it to do, and really look to take things uh in the direction that you want. But a lot of trading is just sitting around waiting. It's just sitting around being patient, waiting for something to happen. And a lot of times you're just trying to see if stuff is going to line up with what you wanted to see, with what you want to see. So yeah, nah, this is the boring stuff. This is the boring stuff they don't tell you about trading at all, man. So 10:07. Ideally, I want to see the market reach for a low. I don't think we're done going up yet, but I do want to see the market kind of pull back some. I think we'll probably attack this level at some point in time. This zone here. I think we'll probably come back into that maybe in the next hour or so. But as of right now, there's nothing really going on. I think the market is going to keep going up in the next 20 minutes or so. Questions. If anybody's got questions or whatever, feel free to drop them in the chat. But ideally, I just want to use these sessions as me like basically documenting the journey of stuff, the trades that I take, stuff that I do take. Some days will be real easy. Some days will be very boring. Be a combination of the two. Man, if anybody like remembers this BBL Jersey song has been stuck in my head for like the last like week. Like it's just BBL Jersey. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but okay, so yeah, I mean ideally I want to see the market continue to run and take out this high. But we'll see what happens. Again, I'm not taking any positions today. My whole trading style is really centered around trying to find the best opportunities to trade during the week, and then so if we do see something, it's cool. If we don't see anything, then we just kind of move on and go about our business. This cake gonna make you shine. You see this glow up. It's BBS Jersey. Yeah, Jersey. Mm, what I don't like, if to keep bullishness going, what I don't like is I don't like how the trend is giving us these higher high points like this. It kind of looks like it could be setting itself up for maybe a short move downward at the minimum, but we'll see. Right now, this is, I mean, price is consolidating, so there's not really like a lot I can say or do with this. So just kind of waiting to see what the next move is. I know you see this blow up. This cake will make you sure. It's BBA Jersey. BBA. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we came back down here into this gap over the next 15 minutes or so. I really don't have anything that I want to see. I mean, so our weekly target was hit before we had a trade today. So there's not really like a lot that I'm looking to do. I'm really just looking to see what's going to happen for the week. And usually this is how I use my Mondays. Like I'm not really looking to take a lot of positions. So if there was something very clear and obvious on a Monday, then I'll usually take it. But for the most part, I'm looking to just uh, find something, and find the direction for the market and kind of use that for the later days this week. So I know this will be the second session in a row where I haven't really taken a position. I know everybody's like, "Where's the trades at?" But they'll come. They'll come soon enough. So a lot of it is just kind of stalking and waiting and seeing where you're at. See, I told you we probably run back into this gap. I see this go up. This cake make it shine. It's BBL Jersey. BBL Jersey. BBL Jersey. So as far as positions, again, I'm not taking a trade today. Again, so we're hitting that high like I wanted to see. The high that's taken out and dragging this out to here. Again, I wanted to see how we respect this high. Well, I think we're gonna keep running to take out this high at 1680. Um, Again, just the style of trading that I trade, I don't want to take this position yet. I don't want to take a position. I probably won't take a position today, but this is the high that I think we're going to run for, and I'd like to see it come take out that high. Just with my style of trading, it's not enough. There's not enough points, and there's not a good risk to reward ratio for me to want to get into this. So hopefully we'll get something this week. This week will be an FOMC week, so we'll see what happens. But don't worry, there'll be a lot of action soon enough. So we took out this high that the market set there. So looking to see how it reacts to this. Do we fall over and break structure? Do we continue going higher, pushing higher? I don't really care, again, because I'm not taking an active position today. But this is going to kind of set us up for the week. So this is why one of the reasons I'm paying attention to this. Wop, 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 wop. Let's see. So Lingo says, I see Nas 100 open up with a gap. Do you think this will continue to go up? And this was a couple minutes ago, so I might have missed your question. But um, Nas 100 opened up with a gap. I'm missing where you're seeing it. I don't see the gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Unless he's talking about this. Yeah, I don't see a gap on the Nas 100 at 10:15. Maybe to answer your question, obviously, retrospect, it's going to keep going up. But right now, we're at the level to kind of see what's going to happen. Um, do we break structure here? Do we continue going higher? Now that we've taken out liquidity. So I'm really just kind of looking to see what happens here. Kind of going through these different time frames to see what's up. Do we really take out this high? Or, yeah, it's not good. So again, man, like I said, the majority of trading is just sitting and waiting. It's like, what's this going to happen next? I know it's Yeah, looks like we're just consolidating. I don't really wasn't anything clear for me to want to take. Yeah, there's nothing really going on um, that I want to see happen right now. So, Tara G says, "Good morning, sir. Just discovering the Trading Nut podcast. Love your analysis, and that's what got me describing. Thanks for what you're doing. No problem. Um, yeah, man. I do this for everybody. I feel like there's a lot of BS in the industry, and so I want to be somebody that really, puts a an accurate representation of what it really means to be a trader out there. So appreciate that. What factors move Nas 100 in the US simply besides price action? So a lot of what's going to be driven, besides price action is the fundamentals, right? So when we talk about Nas 100 and US 30, they're indices, right? So indices are collections of stocks. And so um, when we talk about what drives price action, a lot of it is the fundamentals. A lot of it has to do with the macroeconomic stuff that's going on, interest rates. When Jerome Powell and the Fed chair talk about those things, and how they're trying to drive down inflation and save, basically, prevent recessions in the economies and kind of balance that out. There's also going to be, the underlying stocks, the fundamentals of the stocks that make up the Nasdaq, right? And so those type of things as well. Um, so in addition to that, you're paying attention to all that stuff, price plus price action. Um, which is why I try not to trade during certain news events. But things like that also really affect price action as well. So making sure you kind of have a grasp on all those things is something that um, is kind of necessary as a trader. Yeah. So I mean, it's this is what I'll probably be doing a couple times a week. There's not really too much going on right now that I'm really like interested in watching, but again, coming to the charts every day is really something that I do. And I know it's the second session in a row where I haven't taken a trade, but I know everybody will the trades will start coming in and we'll post a lot of those. But as of today, there wasn't really a ton of price action that I wanted to see happen. I wanted to get a better understanding of where we're at. If price would have came back down a little bit more, then I probably would have been more likely to hop into this trade. But um, let's see. Let's see where the other indices are at. There was a really good setup on ES that I probably would have taken if I was watching this. So if you guys are this is their first time watching me, a lot of people. So I really only focus on one pair at a time, and really the pair that I'd look to focus on is Nasdaq. That's just my go-to pair. This this entry right here is something that I would have taken for anybody that watches this. It's my actual students. This is something I probably would have tried to take. You guys can do the breakdowns as to why. So that was a clean setup on ES. If you took that, cool, awesome. US 500, right there. Again, it's the same play. So that would have been something I probably would have more likely been likely to take. So yeah. But there's going to be a lot of opportunities to take setups and trades this week. So I'm not really pressed about what's going on. So um, we'll be able to kind of come back and see something hopefully this week. But just getting back into the flow. Then also know that we're coming up on Memorial Day weekend, which is going to be kind of like really the start of the summer as far as trading goes. That month of June, we're going to start to see a little less volatility than we have the last couple months. But yeah, I guess to any of the students that I have that'll watch this and watch this after the fact, going back on US 500, you guys should be able to break down why this is a good trade right here. Same thing on ES, it's the same trade. This is something that again I would have taken for sure. The NAS 100 or the Nasdaq trade right here, you could have probably guessed why this would have also been a good entry, but then also maybe detail some reasons as to why you might not have wanted to taken this, and I obviously set this out. But if you did take this, I wouldn't have been mad at you. So again, I know this is today's not as sexy trading day. So um but um there's gonna be a lot more to come. So I'm gonna probably try and do these at least 2 or 3 times a week. So yeah, I'll stay on for a couple more minutes and then I'll go ahead and log off if in case anybody has any real questions about anything. But overall, just to kind of paint things out, what we wanted to see happen today is we wanted to see the market really retest this low. And so going back to the call that I did last weekend, um, we made a call of a couple of things. We wanted to see the market really run back for a few levels, either this low here, consequent encroachment, this consequent encroachment there, or really trade back into, again, I called out a future forming fair value gap, which is what we got there. So this is how Friday, sorry, this is how Friday ended right here, right? And so seeing this momentum and then seeing the market trade back into this old fair value gap here. Um, so this level, or the top end of this fair value gap was the clubs that I called out on Friday, but obviously this fair value gap had formed after. So this is something that also that we wanted to see, really respect these areas. Um, and that's exactly what we got. So overall, the bias for this week was for the market to keep running up like this and really take out last week's high. And it's currently where we're sitting at. So really, we're just trying to see if we get, I'm really using Monday to kind of give me a better overall look for the rest of the week and see if there is something that we do want to capitalize on. And see if there's a move for the rest of the week. This is going to be a short week for me because FOMC is on Wednesday, I think. So usually all my trading for FOMC weeks will be done by Wednesday. So if there is a position to take this week, then I will. And so one of the hardest thing about being a trader is that I think a lot of people don't show the process like this. And so you think that every time you hop on the charts, you're supposed to take a trade, you're supposed to take a position. I'm cool with waiting like this for days, weeks, right? Because I know that when I step into the charts, me personally, I'm looking to make at least $2,000 to $3,000 a position. So when that time does come, I'm ready to go unlock this and go all in, right? And so, it's cool if I wait an entire week for a position because I know that at the end of this week, or next, like between now and next today and Monday and the next Monday, um, there's going to be a trade that I'm going to be looking to take that's going to be worth that much. So when you put it in perspective, it's okay that you have days that you're sitting in front of the charts like this. It's okay to walk away and not press the button. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen a lot. So as long as you are waiting for the market to give you what you want to see happen, that's usually one good way to cut down on the errors that you'll take as a trader. So hopefully that helps. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'll probably end this call in like 10 minutes, just because what I want to see happening isn't necessarily happening. So, um, or at least it's not happening for me to want to take a trade. And so it wasn't anything really for me to do today. And where I'm currently based at in Michigan, weather's pretty crazy. So if you hear rain in the background, that's exactly what that is. So. So now that we've taken out this high for the week, this was the high, this was our target for the week, this is what we wanted to see. The rest of the day that I'm going to spend really looking to see is, how far among this high do we trade? Is this really giving us something that we continue to aim for the week? do we just turn around and break structure and respect this high? Once we've grabbed the money up here, the liquidity up here. So that's all things that I'm going to spend the rest of the week going, because this is going to give me a week and give me an idea on how the market is going to be trading for the rest of the week. So once we have an idea of all that, it'll kind of give us an idea of like what the rest of the week. But your Monday sessions are usually going to give you the not just the bias, but like the overall like strategy for the week. So is this going to be a week we're going to trade a lot? This week we're not going to trade a lot. So really just looking to see how this kind of plays out. Go back to these comments. So yeah, if you guys have any comments, any questions at all, just let me know. Type them in the box and we can talk about them. So yeah, nothing too crazy. Again, I'm probably gonna end the session in 15 minutes or at 11 o'clock. Um, just because there's not really a whole lot happening here that I really want to take advantage of for the day. So it kind of gives us an idea of what the markets could potentially be doing for the rest of the week, though. So overall, though, our bias, what we wanted to see happen, really started to play out. And so this is good. And so really the question here now is, are we going to continue going higher, or is the market starting to give us signs where it's really going to break down and fall apart? And that is what we're trying to see. All right. Well, so granted that we did take out our weekly target very early in the week, I wouldn't be surprised if we spent the rest of the week going counter trend. So wouldn't be surprised if we flowed back, if we spent the rest of the day or the rest of the week retracing back into this range. Um, so we'll be kind of watching to see what's going on. But after today is over, we'll have a good understanding of what the bias is for the rest of the week and how that's playing out with the bias that we set on Saturday. So we already took out that high, but let's see what happens next. So all right, guys, appreciate it, and see you next time. Hopefully, the rest, the next session we can get some trades in the book. But this is part of the game. This is the authentic look and being a trader. So appreciate it, and guys for tuning in and watch it. Thanks.